Okay, good afternoon. My name is Chloe and I'm here with Bill Barrow and Jessica Martinson. Bill works for us here at Princess Yachts in Plymouth, and Jessica heads up our distributorship in West Sweden, Norway and Denmark. So over to you, Bill.
Well, Jessica, thank you for your time. Thank you for that, Chloe. Great to see you both. And as I say, it's always a pleasure to chat to our distributors around the world. Jessica, maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself and how long you've been around Princess. To me, it seems like no time at all, but give us a little bit of detail about what you've done and a bit of your history.
Yes. My name is Jessica, and together with Benny Martinson, we run the official distributor for Princess Yachts in West Sweden, Norway and Denmark. And we've done so since 2016, but been with the marine industry for decades. And we operate this region together with a very skilled team of 20 people across in our marinas.
Tell us a little bit more about your time in the marine industry. I mean, I know you joined us in 2016, but you and Benny have always been around boats, haven't you? You're synonymous with boating in the region.
Yes, we love boating. Both working is not a work for me; it's a hobby. We love boating, and in the past, we used to manufacture and build a brand name called Nordwest in Sweden.
Okay. And obviously, key to anything in the leisure and the marine industry is service, isn't it? Is what you give. You know, it's not just selling the boat, but it's what you give back. So, tell us a little bit about your team, because I know you've got a lot of people out there that have been around the brand for a long time and also around the marine industry. So can you just give us a little bit of a background to the people that you've got in your teams?
Yes, we have actually got 4 marinas, and I'm here in the marina in Denmark today, and behind me you can see our showroom. In Denmark, there is a team of people who has worked here for 30 years with Princess. We have Peter Winter and Thomas Lycke on sales, and then we have a service team as well. And it's not just the showroom and the office where I'm in, it's also a marina with 50 berths for larger boats. And then on the west coast of Sweden, on an island called Orust, we have a marina and a yard where we used to have production, but today we have their refurbishment facility for used boats, and also showroom for Princess Yachts, and a team of members who do everything from polishing and varnishing, woodwork. We are authorized for Volvo Penta, etc. And then we have Norway. We have 2 marinas in Norway. One is close to Oslo called Vollen Marina, and the team there is Eva Dammen and Stein. They've been around Princess for many, many years, well known in that region. And on the west coast of Norway, we have a facility in Bergen. We have there a showroom, workshop, and a team of skilled service staff operated by Sven-Erik Palmström and Petter on sales.
Brilliant. Yeah, it's really strange because a lot of people think about that area of the world as always being pine trees and cold. And actually, it is one of the most beautiful destinations to go boating. I think, certainly in Europe, it is absolutely lovely, and has its very own special character.
Absolutely. And sort of speaking about the region itself, what do you find, Jessica, if you could tell us a little bit more about what kind of boating you find is the most popular within your region?
Yes, first, as you say, Bill, it's a lovely archipelago up here. And we have a season from April till September, like most of Europe, I think. And people go boating as a holiday home. They often spend weeks on board the boat with families and friends, creating memories, anchoring next to an island, and barbecuing on the evening, waking up in the morning and go for a swim. So that is very much Denmark, Sweden, and east of Norway. And then we have West Norway. They have a little bit different boating. They use their boats 12 months a year. So even if you come into the city center of Bergen in the middle of the winter, in the weekend there are plenty of princesses lined up next to each other, enjoying and socializing.
That's great. Do you think the whole sort of being, having a holiday home on your boat, do you think that's been highlighted a little bit more through COVID as well and all of the effects that that's had?
Yes, it's a perfect way of distancing from others, and only spend times with your closest. So we have seen an increased interest in boating throughout the past year.
Definitely, it's the perfect way to get away and spend time away from other people with just your family, I suppose.
Yeah, I think you're so lucky because throughout that region, having so many islands, so many different bits of landscape, you can always find shelter from whatever weather's there. There are so many nice places to go, to visit, to eat. It is, yeah, it's a great region. So, in your time with Selling Princess, would you like to just give us a bit of a background of which models you think sort of fit into your region best? Because obviously we produce a range of 19, 20 different models of boats, and every region has a different sort of style, if you like, to boats. So just give us a bit of an insight into what you think really fits into your style of boating.
Yes, I would say the interest is for the full range of princesses in our region. This year we have sold from 40 feet up to 72, and I think average size is probably 55 feet.
And does that fit within B class or flybridge, or does it vary?
Oh, it's a mixture. It's a mixture.
That's what we like.
Bit of everything.
Yeah, it helps on manufacturing no end if you take a little bit of everything rather than just one design. Terrific. Okay, and do you think in the future there'll be market for an even bigger product? Because I know parts of the west coast in Sweden are quite limited in terms of size and where you can go. But obviously, when you go up into Norway, you've got lots of deep water and lots of potential. Do you think there's room to go bigger in the style of boat up there?
Yes, I think the full range of Princess today, up to 95 feet, have great opportunities in our region as well. One of the first X95 enjoyed our waters this summer, and we are in discussion and with interested clients in up to 95 feet at the moment. And it's not just for Norway, it's also Sweden and Denmark.
Yeah, terrific.
I know you spoke about the different regions and the marinas and things like that you've got there. Could you tell us a little bit more about the facilities that you've got in each region and perhaps just expand a little bit more on that for us?
Yes, in all the 4 locations that we have, clients can come in by boat, and we can offer berths, all sizes. And in Bergen and Denmark and Sweden, we have workshop facilities, and there is obviously a service team. And in our region, it's not focused so much on the country borders, because Danish people tend to holiday on the Swedish west coast and in south of Sweden, where there are not so many islands. They love going over to Denmark. And from Oslo, we see a lot of Norwegians enjoying the Swedish coast, and we love having them. So we see it as a huge benefit to be able to care for the Princess owners across borders, and treating them as one family.
You sort of cover every front really, and I think, you know, in terms of new boat requirements, tell us a little bit about what you do in terms of after sales and service, and how that works through the region, because having that sort of extended region up through the, if you like, the eastern seaboard of the North Sea, you've got people are going to be travelling around with their boats. You know, if they end up with a breakdown somewhere, I mean, I presume you're there and ready to sort.
Yes, we have a team with people, but we also have skilled cooperation partners if it's far away, depending on the job to be done. We have service cars, so we are mobile. And on each of the 4 marinas, we have lifting capacity up to 50 ton. And Vinden in the west coast of Sweden is in the center of our region. We have a huge storage with spare parts, which we ship out globally, actually, throughout from the web shop. So we do our best to care.
Sure. Have you found that you know, that spare parts business is growing? I mean, there are so many people that, you know, we get numerous requests here in Plymouth for parts that, you know, we can't deal with as from members of the general public, but, you know, our distributors obviously are placed to do that. So, you know, and I know there are an awful lot of princesses in your region that are, you know, sort of 5, 6, 8, 10 years old. You get lots and lots of requests for parts.
Yes, we do, and it is not always it's possible to locate parts for the older princesses. Princesses been built for so long, and it's not always the suppliers keep on producing special parts. But we do our best to help out, and for the current range, we try to have as much we can in stock so that we can ship it fast.
That's great. I mean, you could say that they're built too well, because there are so many people that, you know, they love their boats at 20, 25, 30, 35 years old. And it's great to see, you know, when I've been over there and you know, been to some of your events, the amount of love that people put into their boats that are, as I say, that sort of age. It's just fantastic.
Yes. You want to look after your precious yacht and replace with new covers and perhaps update navigation and fabrics and stuff.
Yeah.
And when we speak of that, in Vinden, we also have 4 experience rooms where our customers or clients can come. Part of it's when you are specifying your new yacht and choosing the woodwork and or the color schemes. Here is where you can really experience and make sure that you take the right choices, where we have a room with walnut, one with silver oak, one with alba oak and Rover. And also for the used boats that we sell, last year we sold a little bit more than 100 boats, and part of them were new and part were used ones, and all of them wants to be up and shining feeling like new for the buyer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
Great. And speaking of clients and boats being at events, I understand you were supposed to have a couple of boat shows taking place in April, but unfortunately during this month, I know you mentioned that they were unfortunately cancelled due to COVID, again causing more issues in the world of events. But do you have any events or activities coming up, or are you sort of at the moment just focusing more on your showrooms or anything like that? If you could just explain a bit more about what you've got going on, that'd be great.
Yes, during the winter time, we have had the showrooms filled with new princesses, from 40 feet up to 66, both in Norway, Denmark, and Sweden. And we've held private viewings for families or smaller groups so that they can come and experience and create memories and find out their likings. And we will continue to do so for as long as we can. But now time comes to start launching the boats to the owners. So now in April, for those interested in a new yacht, it's a perfect time to come actually, because you will be able to see boats, different sizes and layouts and models here, but you will also have the benefit for perhaps having a sea trial.
Great news. It's just always fantastic to get onto the boat, isn't it? Because I think it feels so different. You know, you can look at imagery, you can look at videos, but actually getting onto the boat and feeling the princess inside is just so different. So it's really great that you're able to offer your clients the opportunity to do that. And you know, without the boat shows in 2020 or early this year, it's been difficult to do that. So it's fantastic that you've been able to keep that going.
Yes, we have actually had instead of the Gothenburg boat show in January, they held a digital boat show, and we have also created the virtual boat show for anyone to visit. It can be reached from our website, and it's an amazing way you can walk around the showrooms, um, cross over borders to the next marina and check different layouts, color schemes, the different models that we have there. And the best experience is if you have a set of virtual glasses to put on, because then you can really step into the showroom and onto the boats.
Definitely. Great. Well, it's good to hear that you're able to continue doing some things, even if it is virtually. It's I think is the new way of the world, isn't it? So it's great to see that you've got a mixture of both going on there, which is fantastic.
So it's been a really special year this year. COVID has definitely made us think a lot out of the box and how we're going to deal with customers and how we're going to move forward. And you guys have done a fantastic job with your showroom shows, one of which we can see behind you. It's really, really great. But besides that, and what we've had to achieve and how we've got on in the last 12 to 15 months, what do you think are your really special moments from being with Princess? I mean, we've got lots of special moments for being with you guys, but what special moments do you think you've got with Princess?
I think the most special moments are when you actually meet those interesting people. Imagine a family who has ordered a new boat, specified it, chosen the color schemes, waited for over a year probably for their boat to be built, and finally it's the day of handover, and boat is there. You have the training, the education, getting to know the boat together with our team, the first sea trial together, and then spending some time in the marina before taking off for marvelous time with family and friends. So those are the special moments, I think. And we always try each year to come together with the owners to spend time together on an event or such. And that is so fantastic. Working with those products and
it's
lifestyle.
They may be customers to you, but in many ways, it's a friendship built up through boating with so many people, isn't it?
Yes, it's a lifestyle rather than just delivering.
Absolutely.
And I bet seeing the smiles on the faces when you finally see that handover is just the most amazing feeling.
Yeah.
How exciting.
Very special buzz.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I know, Jessica, you went into a little bit about your previous sort of entry into the industry. But when did you first enter into boating as a whole, even without sort of it being work almost? Was that from when you were younger, or?
Oh yes, I've always been around boats. I was born on Orust, the island, and my father was a boat builder. Benny comes from the same island, and his father was a fisherman, and so we've always been close to water, and on all the time that we can find, we try to go boating.
Absolutely. And it's probably that passion that then pulls through to enjoying the work that you do, I can imagine.
Brilliant. Well, I think that's absolutely fantastic, Jessica. Thank you for your time this afternoon. I think probably our special moment is when we all met you for the first time in a restaurant in Düsseldorf. I don't know, about 8 years ago or 7 years ago. I've lost track of it now, but it's been a great relationship for us, and we really enjoy working with you and promoting the brand in Sweden. You're very much part of the family. So thank you, and thank you for your time this afternoon.
Yeah, thank you. It's been very interesting to understand just a little bit more about what goes on over there. So thank you ever so much. It's great to speak to you. And thank you, Bill, as well, for your time and for your knowledge, as always. And we hope to see you soon at a boat show. Fingers crossed.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.